In this video, we're going to be talking about how to be more social. So I will tell you, a lot of times I have clients come in and they're like, Con, I want to be more social. Why do I not know what to say around people? Why do I feel so awkward sometimes? Why do I feel so uncomfortable? So in this video, I'm going to explain why you actually don't feel comfortable and how you're going to start feeling comfortable today. So the first thing is, when you're in a situation and you're around other people, if you're not comfortable with yourself, by yourself, you're not going to be comfortable around other people. That's just the way it works. So the solution is you have to start feeling better about yourself by yourself. It's about loving yourself, feeling good to yourself, being your own best friend. And that's a whole other video, which you can watch and you can Google it. It's how to love yourself. And it's a video I do, self-love. But what I want you to understand is, you need to feel comfortable with yourself first. That is the only reason why you're not social. And I will tell you, growing up, I was insecure, like most girls are. I was on the shyer side. I didn't always know what to say. I was more shy. Now, if you know me now, I got a big mouth, okay? I could ramble on. Actually, that's not true. I can't ramble on. But I mean, I could ramble on video. But I was never like this, but what happens is I had to learn how to be comfortable with myself. I had to learn how to develop who I was, to be clear about who I was. Not who society said I should be, not who my parents said I should be, but me. And so once I decided and learned how to do that, which is what I'm teaching, that's all about my Start Loving Life philosophy, really having to embrace and accept and own who you are. When you do, you're going to be comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you're going to be in new situations with more confidence where you're able to speak up. Now, will you be in situations where you're with a group of people, they're talking about something you have no interest in and you have nothing to say? Absolutely. That happens to me all the time. If I'm talking to people and they're talking about sports, I don't like sports. I can care less. What do I say in those conversations? Where's the bar? I'm going for a cocktail. That's what I do. But my point is, I'm not interested in that. So in those conversations, I am going to be on the shyer side or not really say anything or really not engage with them because I really don't care. But if I'm in a conversation with people that I want to learn about, or I want to, I find something cool and interesting, then yeah, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to be engaged and I'm going to want to be involved. So just know, there are going to be times that you are going to be more social than others. But the one thing I want you to remember, and this is so important, and this is what I tell my clients all the time, because I used to go through this too. When you're in situations and you're with a group of people and you literally have nothing to say, right? And for whatever reason, whether they're talking about a topic you have no interest in, or maybe you just feel uncomfortable at that point. What typically happens, which makes the situation worse, is that when you're around these people and they're talking, you go nuts in your mind about what your self-talk is saying to you. So I'll give you an example. People are talking, you have nothing to say, you feel uncomfortable, and then the inner voice dialogue begins. Why don't I know what to say right now? Why can't I talk right now? Why can't I be involved right now? What is wrong with me? How come they could talk so freely and I can't? Why is everyone else able to do this and I can't? And why is it so difficult for me? And I'm such an idiot because why am I sitting here quiet? And they probably think I'm stupid and they probably think I'm so shy and I probably look so awkward right now. Now guys, I'm being a little dramatic, but that is what you say to yourself when you're feeling uncomfortable and you're around people and you have nothing to say. So what do you think you're saying to yourself and doing to yourself in that moment? You're being a jerk to yourself. So not only are you around people and you feel uncomfortable, but now you're going to feel worse because the whole time you're with these people, you're being a jerk to yourself because you're not knowing what to say. And you know you do it because I used to do it too. So what you're going to do now is you're going to be aware not to do that because I guarantee you probably don't even realize you're doing it. So what do you do instead? When you're around people and you have nothing to say, maybe because again, they're not talking about anything you have an interest in, or maybe you just really feel uncomfortable. What you're going to do is in that moment, you are going to do what I call the Start Loving Life spin. It's when you talk to yourself in a positive way. It's where you talk to yourself like you're talking to a best friend. It's when you say to yourself, dude, you're around people and that's cool. And right now you might feel uncomfortable, but I am so proud that you are standing here right now recognizing A, what you're saying to yourself, and B, realizing that you would love to be more social. And even though you're not social at this moment, and even at this moment you don't know what to say, it's okay. And the more you feel better about yourself, the more comfortable you are with yourself, the more in the future when you're in these situations together, you're going to be able to be more engaged and involved. But I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to be proud that you put yourself in this situation. And you know what? It's a really great experience. And you know what? Right now I have nothing to say, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to smile. I'm going to look at these people. I'm going to listen to them. I might even ask questions, because even though I have no interest, I do kind of want to be part of this. So maybe I'll ask a question about what someone's talking about. And maybe I'll ask for further clarity on what that looks like. But I'm going to smile and I'm going to be engaged, because I know when someone's talking, when people are smiling and listening, that's really helpful. And people enjoy that and appreciate that. So I'm going to be that person. So even though I'm in this moment not knowing what to say and I'm feeling a little twinge of uncomfort, I'm going to just sit here and smile and be proud of myself and feel good about myself, because to feel anything less would not be cool. It would not help my self-esteem and would not help me feel better in this moment. And you know what? Right now, I feel pretty damn good. So that's what it takes. It's your self-talk. It's what you're saying to yourself. And just to be kinder and nicer. And like I said, talk to yourself like your own best friend. And you may be watching this and you may be like, Con, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But that's really what life is about. That's really what your daily life is about. That's really what all these situations are about. It's about you being good to yourself and you recognizing the things that you say. Now, are you going to be 24/7 aware of everything you're thinking? No, of course not. That's not even necessary. But I want you to try to catch yourself when you don't feel good, when you do feel insecure, when you do feel off, when you do feel uncomfortable, because in those moments, the only thing that's saying to you is the way you feel about yourself in this moment is not ideal. And what you're thinking about is usually something negative, whether it be about yourself, feeling insecure about something, or being fearful about something, or worrying about something. All those things are the things that you're thinking, whether it be about yourself or about life. So I want you to understand where that stuff is coming from. But I also want you to realize the more you feel better about yourself, the kinder your self-talk is, the more positive you are with yourself, the more positive you are going to be with life. The more positive you are with those two things, the more social you're going to become, because you're going to just feel so good. And being social, I promise, is really just a byproduct of feeling happy with yourself and life. And you do that by what you say to yourself. You do that by introducing a new practice habit of positive thinking about yourself and about life. Is it going to happen overnight? No, of course not. You're human. You've been thinking this way for a long time. But we want to just incorporate any little shifts in your daily thinking to be kinder to yourself, to say things more nicer to yourself. Is that English? You know what I mean. So becoming your own biggest fan and cheerleader, and that really is the most important thing. And I promise, the more you develop yourself, the more you get clear about yourself, the more you accept yourself, embrace yourself, own yourself, you're going to just feel comfortable being yourself. And then you're going to be social, and then you're going to be witty, and then you're going to be your funny self, or whatever personality you're meant to be, whoever you were born meant to be, whoever you want to be. It really is about feeling good about yourself first. And I swear, at that point, you will become more social.